Good morning.
Coffee. Kringle. I'm going back downstairs.
There's Kringle. He's going back downstairs.
I'm going back.
He's going back. So, Chess said that's a very good reason. There's Kringle. Lindsay brought the Kringle when she was here, and we froze it because at the time we had way too many sweets. So, we thawed one yesterday, and it was very good. Come here, keyboard. Kringle. Here, let me get one. It looks like this. It's flaky and it has a filling and icing. This one is cream cheese. We also had a salted caramel. A traditional Polish dessert. Yeah, it's like Polish German-ish. It's common in Wisconsin. Lindsay brought some for me. And everyone, actually. She brought like 5. And like 2 were for Triforce boys. And then she gave 1 to Alex and Haley. And then we were supposed to get one. And then there was another one. And I don't know where it came from, but it ended up in our freezer. So, we got it. So, I don't know. Bonus Kringle. We got Kringle. Haley. The other one is salted caramel. Welcome back. I've just been talking about Kringle, so,
You went downstairs.
I went downstairs.
You didn't get me a Kringle.
No, I did not get you Kringle.
You didn't get me a coffee.
Listen, I got like 4 hours of sleep.
Same.
3 to 4.
Same. Well, no, it's not quite the same. I got 5.
Yeah.
I got 5. You beat. If it's a contest, which if it is, it's the worst contest, you win.
Stop disputing that guitar and start eating Tiny Itty's stinky ice cream twins.
I don't want stinky ice cream twins.
Durian ice cream?
I don't want that. They sell it at H Mart. I don't want that.
They sell durian ice cream?
Pretty sure. They sell durian, but I think I saw it in the freezer aisle as ice cream. Champ says, y'all's sanity gauge seems low right now. My voice is super low because I haven't slept.
I mean, your sanity gauge is different than your voice.
I know, but they're correlated.
All right. I believe you. We had 1,000 bits from Squid says, "Why you guys have Kringle? What does Eddie have for me? Eddie's giving you stinky ice cream twins." You know, they do those bars where it's like it's 2 popsicle sticks and then they're conjoined.
Oh, I always hated those. Why not just separate them? They're messy together and like.
When Mal's tired, the true opinions come out. I hate those. Let's dig deeper into your subconscious and find out other things that you feel strongly
Do I need
about.
to bring this up with my therapist?
Yes, this will be great. The twin popsicles are great because counterpoint, you get 2 popsicles. They're not for splitting. They're not for splitting. You eat both. You don't break them apart. You don't share. No one should have 2 sticks.
Champ says, no one ever eats lemon or lime flavor, though. See, those were the ones I liked.
Ooh, I do really like lime.
I do not like grape flavored things. I like grapes a lot.
There was a summer I remember.
I like grape juice.
There was a summer where my parents were buying these fruit bars. They're not the double stick, just single stick. They were the fruit bars, and we were buying a lot of them, and they came in lime, strawberry, and something else. I don't remember what the other, but they were like fruit flavors, and they were so good. And now I want them. Now I want them. I want to get something for the freezer. Because we have the garage fridge that has drinks in it. So
And
whenever
Kringle.
well, that's the thing. I want to put some in the freezer. It's summer. What if people want a Freezy Pop?
Hit him with a Freezy Pop.
You can get like 100 Freezy Pops for like $3.
I think so, Anise, maybe. I don't know. I had a lot of ear infections as a kid.
See, I drank Dimetapp a lot, but it just made me love Dimetapp. I was like, oh, good, medicine, yeah! So, we had different experiences. We had 9 months from Bavarian Rex, 30 from The Reload, 54 from Vegetable Sorbet, 31 from Master Sword, 58 from Cobalt Custard, 37 from Frore Wolf, 32 from Atom Attack, 10 from The Register, 30 from One Weird Cat. We got Vegetable Sorbet also gifting 3 subs to Guy You Met Online, Rocktron LPs, and TrevBot911. Appreciate it. 350 bits from Radio Dread says, Tired Clown boards morning train. When they yawn, there's a weird squeaking sound coming out instead. I hate the idea of a tired clown. Because they're so high energy. To see a tired clown is like those French clowns. Mm-hmm. Where it's like it's raining.
Yeah.
And they're French.
They have a name.
That's the 2 saddest things I can think of. Rain and being French. That's it. That's the epitome. 23 months from AirSteve57. My apology to all the French viewers. 510 bits from Anissa says, Mal, I'm sure I gave you and all the other people from Snowy Places a good jolly from freaking out on Discord because we got actual snow for the first time in years. Hope everyone is doing well. Good vibes.
Did you actually get some Anise now? Because I know when we were talking, you weren't supposed to get any.
Yeah, so, Anise lives in a part of the world where...
It's currently winter?
Yeah, but also where the
snow normally doesn't happen.
The snow does not normally happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a weird thing. So, it's fun when you live in a place where the snow doesn't happen, and then the snow happens.
Yeah.
The Feywilds. That's it. That's the place. Yeah. Snow in South Africa is wild.
We were talking about it because my cousin lives there. Anise and I were talking on Discord.
Yeah.
Because my cousin had sent video to the family chat and was like, look at this.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the same when it snows in South Carolina. It snows a little more frequently, I think. So we've been getting snow there like every few years.
Yeah.
Takes a while, but we get it.
We're supposed to get more in North Carolina. We average like an inch a year, but we didn't get like any this past winter.
Well, we'll be here another winter. I mean, probably more after that too, but like in the immediate future,
in the future, there is winter.
There is every time you roll on the dice, we could get a blizzard. Mm-hmm. It's not impossible. We get 30 months from Never Challenge the Chat. 31 from GA Studios. 300 bits from Mysterious Green Thunder says, I grew up in Oklahoma and am only recently learning that pen and pin are pronounced differently. If you haven't seen the video, I do urge you to go to Stephen Plays and watch what was released last Saturday. There's 2 videos. There's a TKO episode, which is on its own very, very good.
It is very good.
It's a good episode. But then also there is pre-show banter because we had been recording. We hadn't started yet, but we had been recording. And Dan has the capability of releasing videos, and he just did. And it's a good little look at linguistics.
It's also a good look at like how we act when we don't know we're being recorded.
Yeah, which is basically the same as when we are being.
It is definitely the same.
Yeah, it's basically the same. Yeah. So, Haley, it's too bad you didn't record my Haley is very mad at Southern Just Rant. It is a shame. I on Saturday we did we did Broken Phone.
Yeah.
On this past Saturday. And Haley was recounting a tale of people when she worked retail coming in and using the phrase cattywampus. And she said this happened so often. She's like, it would blow your mind. And she was the way that she presented this story, I was like crying, laughing, and was having a hard time.
The delivery of it was very good.
It was very good.
Because Haley is a very funny person.
It's true. Yeah, cattywampus is a very hard, like, because if you know the word cattywampus, you're already in. You're already in the club. If you don't know what cattywampus is, you're just like, I'm sorry, what? Cattywampus is a southern term to describe something as crooked. Or foobar. Yeah, some Vernoris says it's like, yeah, if something is crooked or screwed up, it can also mean diagonal. Such
Haley.
Yeah, foobar I can't explain. This is a family show. I can't explain foobar, but yeah, foobar is an army term. So there's a lot of different ways to describe something as being messed up. It's weird because cattywampus can be both, but yeah, it's. I'm going to assume it's a pretty southern term. Like I don't know if it's escaped into other parts of the U.S., but anyway, it's great. Haley says, no one wants to hear
me scream.
Hear me scream, my glasses are all cattywampus from the phone. See, the thing is, in different regions, like, you're gonna have like special words.
Yeah, like pin and pen being the same.
Well, I was talking about cattywampus, like
okay.
the words
like
that exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like these phrases exist, these words exist, and sometimes it's hard to just come up with them. Like I'm sure I know a ton of them from having existed in the southeastern United States like my entire life. But if you were to put me on the spot and be like, can you name them? I'd be like, I would never come up with them because they're just part of like normal speech. Ornery? Yep. Ornery is
that
good.
That was new when I met you.
You really? Okay, so I didn't know how specific that was.
Yeah.
So you didn't know ornery. All right. Also, ornery or pronounced ornery. Either way. My parents pronounced it ornery. So they'd be like, you being real ornery.
Yeah, the reason Bubbler exists is because it was
Crick.
a brand.
Crick is a good one. Crick I get from my dad. Because he grew up and his house was on a crick. It's
Davenport.
See, Davenport is just old to me. When I hear Davenport, I'm like, that's just old. That's an old.
My grandparents used it.
Because it's old.
Yeah.
It's an old word.
My mom's parents.
Haley says, I really don't think I have any folksy phrases. You probably do. But like me, they're probably, it's hard to pick them out. Like it's hard to think back through the entirety of your, dictionary and be like, this is a thing.
Warsh. Your mom says warsh sometimes.
Yeah, just the idea of inserting R's into words.
Like oi, like oil.
Yeah.
Water is boiling, so she'll add R into that.
Toilet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's different than like completely new words.
Like ope.
Ope is a good example. That's true. Steve and I have lived in several areas of the U.S. My folksy phrases would have been caught and pointed out by now. Well, you probably already identified them and tried to phase them out.
Yeah.
Which is a fair thing. Let me squeeze on past you there. I like it when there's like completely new words that don't. Cattywampus is one of the best examples because it is just bat crazy insane. Like when you see it written out, you're just like, that's not a thing. What
Haley,
is that?
That is a word you used when we were roommates in college, and then I started using it for a few years, but it's not something I ever used. Was hair binder for hair tie.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell. Hair binder is new. We got 10 months from Nervous Jellyfish, 41 from Shinoff, 8 from Digit K, 150 bits from Shadowplay 626, 51 months from Spinach Wrap, and 24 months from Axu Sableye. Congrats on the 2. Gumption? Gumption's a word, right?
Like an actual word? I don't know.
Oh, God.
I see a few people have caught ope from me.
That's a word. Okay. Like, sometimes I'm not sure. They're also, like, the other thing is that sometimes you have words that well, I mean, this is just how, like, language works. You have a word that has a very small usage, and then it grows, and then eventually it's like, well, that's just a word now.
Oh, nap time? Is that what caught on?
Yeah, there's, oh, God.
Oh, you dropped some
I
icing.
did. Yeah. I'm most interested in words that are, like, completely new words. Like, there's different phrases and stuff. I like, one of the things we were talking about in Discord the other day, Slopter Dripper is not a regional thing. I think that's just something that my dad, or my grandfather said.
Jeet? Summer Noir has one.
Jeet?
Jeet?
Yeah, but even that, Jeet is just
A contraction?
regional to one specific house. Yeah, Jeet's just a contraction. Like, that is still just did ya eat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other really, like, these are... Ope is a good example, I think. Cattywampus is still my favorite example. But it's hard to come up with that stuff. What is Jeet? It's...
Did you eat?
Did you eat? But you just push it all into one syllable. Jeet?
The Pittsburgh Yins. Is that how it's pronounced? I've only ever seen it written out.
Moxie's another name brand one. But Moxie is a word. Right?
The soda was named after the word, I'm pretty sure.
Because saying, like, someone has Moxie, that's a word, a phrase. Like that, we have that already. That we have Moxie at home. Ooh, that's a good one. Buggy for cart is a good one. I think that's a really good example. And, like, buggy is a real word, but it's used for other things.
Yeah. But using
like that
buggy
one.
for shopping cart.
That's true. In the South, probably maybe in other places also, buggy is the word that we use for shopping cart. And that is that's the word that we used growing up. So if we went to the Walmart, we would pick up... We'd be in the parking lot, and my mom would say, "Would you grab a buggy?" And I'd say, "Yeah." And I would go get a buggy.
Triara says, oh for cute. Yeah, oh for cute.
Oh, that's interesting. Chaz said Moxie the word was first used in 1930. Moxie the drink is from 1885. Really? That's cool. That's very interesting. I love learning on Breakfast Stream. That's very cool. Huh. I didn't know that. We're an educational show.
Sometimes.
I did not know. The brand basically created that word. Maybe I should just start making this. I'd like to think the show's kind of educational.
A little bit, sometimes.
It's not
some
educational.
mornings.
I'd say every morning.
Some mornings.
I'd say every morning you learn something. It might not be that helpful, but you learn something. We'll gut my deer and avoid the lymph nodes.
Haley, can I give a quick rundown of your NASA dream last night? Or 2 nights ago that you were telling me about? Because I was very amused by it. She says, oh yeah.
I
So-
haven't heard this.
Haley's dad was in the DNR, and she had a dream that he went to space, and then she called NASA to talk to her dad, and NASA was very upset with her for calling because they were like, the DNR is handling this. You need to call the DNR. Why did you call NASA? And they were very upset. But I just really love that the DNR sent Haley's dad into space, and that Haley wanted to call him. The DNR is Department of Natural Resources, so they deal with like
The woods.
state parks and like animals and deer and stuff like that. They give out hunting licenses.
Natural resources.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, so Haley's dad went to space and she called NASA and they were mad at her. She said they tore me a new one. I was so embarrassed. It was like I was 14 and said something dumb at school.
Also, shout out to everyone who's ever been 14 and said something dumb at school.
Every 14-year-old.
So everyone here.
Maybe you weren't dumb, maybe you were just 14.
It's true. It's true. It just comes out of your mouth when
It
you're
does.
14.
It really does.
I look back and I'm like, the amount of time that we were on the internet, like at 14, was like fairly limited, like the footprint and stuff. And I just think about it like the generation today, which people are making like YouTube videos when they're like 7.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
We were on the internet at 14, but GeoCities and such doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah, it was also it was a bit of a different time too. These days someone has the very real possibility of like making a fair bit of things at 14 and then at, I don't know, 22 being like, oh god. Yeah, shout out to everyone's Zanga.
Ooh, haven't thought of that word in a while.
Hope your Zangas are doing well. It's fine. 6 months from Kurzal. Thank you. 510 bits from Anise, who says, we use shame when someone/something is cute. Like, oh, shame your baby looks so cute in her dress. We also use shame to express sympathy. I said something dumb. Oh, shame, don't worry. No one will remember tomorrow. So that's not super foreign to me. That's not something that we use a lot, but I have heard that used. Not so much for sympathy, but definitely for something being cute. I've heard that before. You know, shame that this is happening. Like, but I wouldn't say that it's like super common. Ooh, that's a good one. Shindig. Shindig again, I'm sure.
Fixin' to.
Yeah, and that's a phrase and not like a new
Yeah.
word, but fixin' to is a great example too. Shindig, I don't know if shindig is now officially in the, dictionary. Lower leg surgery. Quite literally. Yeah, shindig is a get-together. It's a party, a gathering. If you're having a good time with folks, you're having a shindig. Who says shindig in 2023? Ooh, yeah, Hootenanny. Oh man, yeah, Hootenanny's a great one too. Hootenanny is basically a shindig. If someone asks me to explain shindig, I'm gonna be like, a Hootenanny.
What about the word you use for the formal dance where the girls ask the guys?
Sadie Hawkins?
Some people call it Sadie Hawkins.
Mmm.
It's not called that everywhere.
I don't know. I don't know any other...
Turnabout is what we call it.
Cotillion?
Cotillion is a...
See, I have... Cotillion means something else to me. Cotillion is a completely different thing. God, it's like,
Mousequid says I call it Tolo. I live near Seattle.
Tolo.
Jonathan said I only know that because of the song. See, we called it Spree.
Sadie Hawkins dance in my
Yeah.
khaki pants. There's nothing better. Oh, oh, oh. You're welcome. Took you back in time.
Cotillion's like a
He shout out to
Yeah.
Reliant K. Wherever they are. Sorry, go ahead.
We called it Spree, like the candy.
Spree.
Yeah. But
Also,
maybe that was just my school. But that was like our winter formal
I've
where the girls
never-
asked the guys to the dance instead of like where it like traditionally would be the boys ask the girls to be, you know, promposal. or
I've never
whatever.
heard the phrase spree.
It was probably just my school, but I liked it.
Also, I love sprees. The candy? I haven't had a spree in forever. They're very... Do they still make them?
Coffee.
I don't know. Like a shopping spree. Yeah, same word. It's a shopping spree, but for dates.
Yeah.
Like
Here
a
was
killing
called the
spree.
Sunshine Dance.
The dichotomy of man. Shopping spree, killing spree. One of the two.
I do, Becca. I do remember Channel 1 News in middle school. We'd have lunch, and then they would send us to homeroom for some reason during the teachers' planning, and all the teachers hated it, and they would just turn on Channel 1 News. And then we would all just sit there.
Did a little reading. The Sadie Hawkins dance is based off a bit from a comic book. Interesting. Neat. There's so many words that people have for
Yeah.
things. We've got a lot of different words for individual things, and then there's other things, depending on the language, that there aren't words for. So then you just have to describe the thing, because we don't have words for those things. I don't have any examples, of course, at this moment in time. Chat might, but there's things that, like, you know, we don't have words for. What's German is a good language where they have words for, like...
Well, that's because
It's
in
because of
German,
how
when they
German
make
works.
words for things, they just
They just
start
stick
combining
'em-
them and
they
they
stick
make
'em
a
together.
word. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you get long words.
But also
I'm
that's...
pulling from like freshman year of college.
But also that's cool. Mm-hmm. You know. Yeah, Schadenfreude. We had 100 bits from Chancelot. Thank you. And 300 bits from Arpiga. It says, not so much a regionalism, but a localism. In high school, the phrase, I'm drunk, was often to mean I'm dumb. Got some funny looks before I broke that habit. I don't know that that's a localism. I mean, I've heard people use that also. I probably have used that even at some point over the years. If you do or say something stupid, you'd be like, sorry, I'm drunk. Which is particularly funny when it comes from your perpetually sober friend. Sorry, I'm drunk. See, that's the other part of this, is that folks may find out that things that they thought were local or regional might actually have bigger... be more well-known than they thought, too. If he says, never encountered it in person outside of high school. Yep. I've heard that and definitely used that myself, so... It's interesting to find out all of the different things that, you know, people say. Haley says we need to invent our own hyper-local slang. We'll work on it.
Haley says, I guess we did name all of our houses something, so that's a good start.
Yeah, I mean, we are George House. Because we're the Georges and we live in a house. It's fine. We had 8 months from Cat Person 1996. Appreciate it. I thought you were Content House. Content House is when everyone lives with us and we just make stuff. We have no plans for that.
Pipe dream.
Huh?
Pipe dream.
No, not for me. I don't want to live with everyone.
I just want our own little subdivision of tiny houses and then, like, pole building.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with being in proximity, but I don't want to live in the same building. I don't want to live under the same roof, I think, as everyone.
I think you just broke Chaz's heart because then he has to have his own roof.
Chaz's dream is that everyone lives under one roof because then you only have one roof to repair.
That is the exact
That's
reason.
the exact like Chaz is like, if something happens to the roof,
There's just one.
there's just one roof.
He says you've never
had to pay for a roof replacement. Listen, you've never had to pay for a roof replacement. I have. Haley says, you don't want to be forced to share a bathroom with me and Alex? It would be like college all over again, but with a twist. I mean, I don't think if we were all in the same house, we would have to share a bathroom. I presume the house would have more than one bathroom. Right? That's
it
probably...
would have to have more than one.
It would probably have, like, a few. The house that we're in has a few bathrooms. So, like, if we were in it with more people, it'd probably have, like, you know, more than one. One bathroom with several toilets.
So this would be like college because we had the floor for there was one bathroom per floor when Haley and I were roommates.
NDPC says, don't presume anything in this market. In the housing market. Childays, having one bathroom would lead to so much content, though. Oh, God. All the vlogs would just
Time
be...
for a meeting.
All of the vlogs would just be me standing outside of the bathroom going... just beating on the door. Be like, please hurry. There are days, man. There are days where a lot of my day takes place in the bathroom. Columbia sucked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, when we moved from the Columbia apartment to the Myrtle Beach apartment, it felt like luxury to have two toilets. But also, in hindsight, I'm like, we really needed two toilets. Yeah. Like, not every couple needs two toilets, but this couple did. Real bad. Like, real bad. Anyway. We got 300 bits and War Turtle. It says, oof, my girlfriend's bathroom roof collapsed in her apartment. She's okay, but mainly annoyed at the debris. Can I get some good vibes? Good vibes.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's okay. That's wild and very bad. But yeah, I can also see how you'd be super annoyed at the debris. Gross. Hope that can get dealt with quickly. We've fortunately never had to deal with any roof collapsing. We did have a bathroom ceiling leak.
Twice.
Twice?
One, water came in, and the other, we started to notice the mold, and then we called, and they were like, oh, their shower is leaking.
Yeah, because when we were in the Myrtle Beach apartment, we were on the second floor, so we had neighbors below us and above us. And there was one morning where I think I heard water, and I was like, what is sound? And I went into the other bathroom, which is where we kept the litter boxes. And I looked up, and there's just water just coming down. And I was like, oh, God. So then I went upstairs and knocked on their door. And I didn't even know them, but I was like, there's water pouring into my bathroom. And they were like, oh, God. And I was like, so please do something about this.
I think it was a few months later, then I noticed a black spot on the ceiling, and I called the landlord.
Yeah,
and
that was in the other. That was in the other bathroom.
No, it was in the same bathroom.
Wasn't it in our bathroom?
Same bathroom. Same bathroom.
But they did come into our bathroom to repair mold in our bathroom. Our master
They
bathroom.
didn't. No, they didn't. They tore out the ceiling above the stall shower in the litter box bathroom.
I feel very strongly that I have log footage of them repairing the ceiling in our master bath.
Nope.
Could you find it? Like, could you possibly entertain the thought that I actually might be right?
What year was this? This would have been...
This was
2015 is going to be my guess.
I just feel like there were repairs done to the ceiling in the master bath. I just feel like that happened.
No.
And there's like not even a possibility.
There's not a possibility.
There's not a
No.
possibility that you're misremembering and I'm actually right. Okay. It's not that I don't think that there was repairs made in the other bathroom. I understand that. There was water damage in there, but I feel like there was also stuff. Yeah, Haley says, I just want you to have the chance to feel smug and have fun. That's, I do feel like I'm right. It seems like it'd be very hard to find out because it's vast. It's a vast collection of. You can't.
I can.
Mallory, you can't spend the entire breakfast stream on
Give me 2 seconds.
on the wiki and trying to find this information. I just feel like this did happen. Haley says, I'm not saying you're right. I just think you should have the chance.
It's pulling up all 2019.
It's going to be too hard to find because
It's
yeah, I have never invalidated that happened. I am aware that they did repairs on the cat's bathroom.
They did not on the other bathroom.
Okay. They did. Actually, they did. The reason I know they did is because they painted it. There was mold, and we were concerned because we're like, they didn't really do anything, they just painted it. That was in the master bathroom. Okay. I just feel real certain about this. It's okay. We can have different memories of events. But I am after the stream going to look into this and see if I can find out. Because I feel like this happened. The reason I remember is that repair guy that we didn't like, who like bolted on us for the Mustang show. Mm-hmm. He was the guy that was in there, which is why I'm like, I remember him because I did not like him.
Can anyone take care of it?
We'll see a tweet in a few hours of Steven. It'll just be me saying I couldn't find any evidence of what I said. Yes, he was the dishwasher guy. Yes. Yeah, the Mustang Show vlog is dishwasher related. They only had one repair guy. Mm-hmm. And I liked everything about that rental company.
Yeah,
But
except that.
I didn't like the repair guy. I was like, the repair guy. It's fine. Everywhere we've lived has had just a...
New and interesting landlord problems.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
One day we'll, like, own a place, maybe?
Yeah. Haley said, yeah, you have very bad luck. We do. Honestly, I feel like it's gone downhill, like every place we rent.
Yeah.
Chess said, then you have new and expensive problems, like a roof?
It's not that I disagree with Chaz, but also at a certain point you just want to be able to take control of your life, as opposed to like, I sure hope this person will do
Sure be nice
something.
if the lockbox was off our door. That's just one thing.
Looks like we win.
We had 38 months from Caruso. Caruso, thank you.
You know who I haven't seen this morning? Kepler.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to everyone who has a bad landlord. I just stand in solidarity with you. That's all. Cheers. Cheers. Let's talk about the boy, because the boy on Friday was drugged.
Yeah, we did have to drug the boy.
He was drugged. So for those that were not there Friday, I'll give a little update on some information. Kep had his follow-up echocardiogram, because he had one 6 months ago, and they wanted to do another one to see how his heart had changed, and it didn't change. His echo came back perfect. No changes. So that's awesome. That means that the medicine that he is on is not affecting his heart, which is great, because the old medicine was. So this is like real good. That's real good. Then the meds that he was on wore off, and he got better, because that's how the meds work.
Yeah. They got out of his system.
Yeah.
I was amused when the echo vet brought him in. Or it might have been I don't remember who brought him in. It was early.
Yep.
And they were like, "He's a handsome boy." We were like, "Yeah, he is." And they were like, "He's really big." She's like, "But he's not overweight," which is something we've heard like from different vets over the years, like that exact sentiment.
Yeah.
She's like, "He just is strong. Like, he has muscle."
He's a strong boy. Echo Vet, the new D&D class.
Very handsome, very large.
We had 300 from Crusoe says, have a clown to brighten the mood. It's true. You can't talk about like landlords and not just be like, yeah. I will not keep that a frequent breakfast stream topic. The other thing that happened, and I talked about this on Friday, but I'll give an update here also, is I had a blood test to check my cholesterol levels, and all of my cholesterol levels are good. So my medicine worked, which is great, because I didn't change my diet at all. Because I always kind of suspected that my diet was fine. So I have validation that my diet is fine.
Coffee!
He says for now. Yeah, I mean, you know, if in the future my stuff changes, then sure. I will, you know, work on it. Sorry, I'm just making I'm just making a note. Should check that out. Okay, this is in the cat's bathroom. And then I eat Captain Crunch. Okay, this does not corroborate my story.
You might talk about it.
I feel like I filmed it.
Haley says, "Fight, fight, fight."
I feel like I filmed it.
If he's right, I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Also, your mom is in this one.
Why? Was she in town? Wild.
Well, yeah, she had to have.
Yeah.
She's wild. Anyway, so yeah, I got the blood test. My
Your blood is good.
My blood is good. And then I went to the doctor yesterday, and they talked about my blood test, and they're like, your blood is good. They're like, good job. I was like, thanks. I went to a cardiologist, and even though you told me not to take medicine, they told me that I should, so I did. Which is just a really good way to make friends with your doctor. And
someone else told me to do something and you didn't.
Well, I mean, she actively discouraged me from doing it.
Yeah.
She was like, you're young, which is what I've heard from
Different doctors.
Yeah, but I've always heard that from like general care doctors. So the cardiologist was the first person that I had seen that was like, you should like take this.
Yeah.
Because the way that they spun it, they're like, hey, you can die. And I was like, I hate that. Dying is my least favorite thing. I've been trying not to do that for like a long time. So that's why I started taking it anyway, is because, you know, the cardiologist was like real firm about it. It was like really wanted me to take the thing. So it's just, they just want more. I mean, the medication is cheap. Right? The medication is cheap. So like, I just want to like live. So I took the thing, and it did.
Yeah.
It worked. But every general care doctor I've ever had has always been like, you're young. They're like, when you get to 40, you'll start meds, basically. So, yeah, Haley says, every GP told me it was fine. My heart rate was 120 plus resting. Specialists felt differently. Yeah.
Gokai Yellow says, why take meds when you can just change habits? Steven didn't really eat as bad as sometimes as the vlog portrays him to eat. So, like, I know, like, there was near the chicken strip, like, he didn't eat chicken strips all the time.
Yeah, there is
a lot of, like, salmon and, like,
there is a
vegetables.
problem. There is a problem with the vlog in the sense that we tend to show, like, more interesting meals. We don't show every meal, right? And I've seen people write, like there was a year where there were a few people in the comments that were just like, you're gonna die because you only eat Bojangles. Which is like an insane thing. It's like an insane thing to write. Like, no, we don't just eat Bojangles. We may have eaten a fair bit of Bojangles, and we may have shown on the vlog when we ate it. But, like, we didn't eat Bojangles every meal. It was like a wild thing. So
the other thing is it's hereditary for you.
Yeah, that's why I have high cholesterol. It has nothing to do with anything I eat. It's just that it's a familial thing. It's hereditary. Yeah, my biggest example for knowing that why changing habits won't help me is that a long time ago when I was first diagnosed with high cholesterol, I did actually attempt to make some changes, and I'm pretty good about like, hey, I'm gonna make a change and make some, and like my cholesterol went down, but not a lot.
No. It did not get into a good range when you did that.
It didn't go down very much, and I was like, oh, and then I just was like, well, it's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, you really need to cut out animal products completely. And my mom has been a vegetarian for like 30 years or more. And like
more.
And my mom's cholesterol is high. So like I'm screwed. There's not anything I can do. Like I have to take medication. And I always knew that I would. I was like, oh, I'll take it when I'm 40. But the cardiologist was like, hey, it's not that, you know, you don't have to wait, but your risk is not zero. And if you're approaching this like your risk is zero, it's like, that's not good. And I was like, okay. Then I started taking the meds. So I started them, you know, 5 or 6 years early, but it's fine. The cool thing is, like, by taking the meds, I get a better picture about what my cholesterol actually would be like if I was like a normal person, if I didn't have the hereditary problem. And as it turns out, it's normal. It's healthy. It's in the green. I don't eat anything too particularly bad. I know that it's fun to embellish my stories and then focus on telling stories like Steven ate a grilled cheese that had 7 slices of cheese. I mean, that's not an embellishment. That happened. I did that. But, you know, those sorts of things are few and far between. So I usually eat good. Usually. Oh, yeah, okay, but you did eat that. I did. And that morning I did have a bagel with cheese on it. And then that night I went to Waffle House and I had a sandwich with cheese on it and hash brown with cheese on it. I did consume 10 pieces of cheese that day. Also, Waffle House chili. Like, I did eat like garbage that day. However,
that is not consistent with your normal.
It is not consistent with my normal day-to-day. And the thing is, like, so much of my humor is self-deprecating that of course I'm going to tell stories like that because it's funny and I can spin it to be funny. So of course I'm going to tell those stories because it makes me laugh. I'm like, it's made of grilled cheese with 7 slices of cheese. So sounds like just enough cheese. One of my favorite things to eat is actually just like salmon and vegetables.
I was kind of surprised you didn't pick that up yesterday for dinner.
The only reason I didn't is because the last time we got together with Alex and Haley, we had salmon and vegetables.
Oh,
and I was
true.
like, I want to get something different. So I got something different. Anyway, we got 300 bits from Natalie Speaks, who says, encountered Waffle House songs in the wild, and for some reason they weren't playing in Waffle House. I was at a local chain with my grandparents. Raisins in My Toast started playing, and I struggled to keep a straight face the whole time. Wild. I don't think I've ever heard a Waffle House song not in a Waffle House. I mean, I don't doubt that they could play elsewhere,
Yeah.
as music can play other places, but like I've never heard that outside of Waffle House, so that's interesting. I just think of I've heard some weird music play in places. There was one night I was in a Walmart in September, and it was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and the song about the Christmas donkey, Dominic the Christmas donkey, started playing, and like I've never, as strongly as that moment, felt like I was on drugs. I was like, I think that I'm hallucinating. Like, there's no way that this is real. First off, I'd never heard the song Dominic the Christmas Donkey, so that was already very, like, what's happening? Then my brain had to, like, think back and be like, it's, like, September? And then just think, what's going on?
When Haley and I went to the thrift store, like, a week and a half ago,
Yeah.
it occurred to me, like, after 5 minutes of being there, we had gone to different areas because I was looking for terrarium containers and Haley was looking at clothes. And I texted her and I was like, are they playing Christmas music? And she's like, yeah, everyone over here is like, what is going on? They were having a Christmas in July sale.
Oh,
But
okay.
it really threw us for a loop for like 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, if you don't know that they're doing a Christmas in July sale, then until you realize that, it just feels like...
Haley says, I literally had my phone up and I was about to text you.
I love that. I love that a lot. There's a lot of weird Christmas songs. Dominic the Christmas Donkey is one
And
of
DL
them.
says it's the only good Christmas song.
There,
I really like I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. And Haley, what's the one?
there's
It's the mall one. That lost album that someone found. That one's real good.
yeah, there's a Christmas Donkey.
Coddington
Same Dominic.
Christmas. Yeah.
There's a dinosaur Christmas song.
That's Coddington Christmas.
That's Coddington?
Yeah.
I have like a CD of that.
Yeah, we do. I think someone sent it to us in mail, and it's a vinyl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a vinyl.
vinyl.
Yeah, I have that on vinyl. There's just a... Anyway. We got 300 bits from Satsy, who says, door! I just had a new door fitted. This has been needed for a few years. This coincided with Cats arriving, and you can bet they got a surprise. GoCat is now unsure why the door he came in through has disappeared. Sometimes you need a new door. It's just like a life fact.
Yeah. Life facts.
A friend of mine needed a door really badly for a long time because their door didn't shut properly. Like, you could just like pull the door, they're just open. And there was one day where me and a friend of mine, we were young, we were probably like 12 to 14. We were going through the neighborhood, and there was no car in the driveway, but the door was open. And I was like, that's bad. So we're like, let's go investigate, because it was a friend's house. So like we went up, like we walked into the house, and we were like, hey, it was Will's house. And I was like, hey, Will, you in here? Mrs. So-and-so, you in here? And, like, we're walking through the house, and, like, we walked through the house, and, like, no one's in the house. And I'm like, their door's hanging open. So me and the other kid, we were like, we should shut the door. So, like, we left the house and then, like, shut the door so the door was shut. And I, like, let Will know later. I was like, your door bad. I talked about that on the podcast. Okay, I was like, I probably might have told that story before. It's weird being in someone's home
Yeah.
without them in it, especially if, like, you are not invited. But I also felt like a weird obligation in that moment.
The other day, we had gone to Sushi Buffet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I need to borrow Haley's muffin pans. And she's like, oh, Alex and I are going somewhere after sushi. Go get them from my house. And it was so weird to walk in there and get that from their house. Even though, like, I've been in their house without them. I stayed there a week while they were gone. Like,
Yeah.
it was still weird to walk in there and be like, muffin pan, bread loaf pan.
Haley said our collective group bathroom wouldn't even need a door. We would just put the toilet in the living room. That'd probably just save everyone a lot of time. We just keep some Febreze around. I had a friend when I was younger, well, I was in high school, who some folks may have known people like this, or that maybe they existed in a place like this, where you had like a nice neighborhood, like a capital N nice neighborhood, and people just didn't lock their doors. That to me is insane. Because I grew up in a place that was not the case, and the house was, like, broken into and stuff. So I knew friends who lived in the nice neighborhoods, and they, like, didn't lock their doors. And there was one time where I asked my friend, we were talking about video games, and I was like, oh, I'd like to borrow that game from you. And he was like, oh, you just go in and get it.
I had friends who did that.
And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's like, the house is unlocked. It's always unlocked. And I just was like, but why, though? But why? Like, you can just do, like, this. And then you're done. Why wouldn't you just that's it. That's all it takes. It's like people that don't lock their car. And I'm like... Or, I mean, a lot of people have fobs now, so just lock the door. Anyway, I did. I went over to the house. Doors unlocked. Went upstairs. Went into his room. Got the game. And was like, I feel real weird about all of this. I hate this so much. I do not like this.
It's something that bothered you the first time you came to visit me in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Because, like, we'd have things locked, but we would also leave all the windows and only have the screens, like, even the door screens. Like, the door itself wouldn't be shut, but we'd have the screen door shut and locked all night growing up in the summer, because my mom doesn't like to use air conditioning.
I've just, like, grown up.
That really bothered you.
You know. Oh my god,
Morning,
Carly
Carly
is going to bat for me. Carly, March 3rd, 2016, I'm talking about Earthbound. You point out a spot on the ceiling and say it could be mold and are having someone come check it, trying to find the next vlog where it is proven that it isn't mold.
Carly, now I'm never gonna hear the end of this.
Well, here's the thing. You had an opportunity for it to be dropped. You had the opportunity when I presented to you on a platter, I was like, is there a possibility, just in the realm of possibility, that I could be right? And you could have said, yeah.
Stephen is wrong, though. It isn't mold.
The only thing that I wanted out of it, was for you to say, Stephen, there is a possibility that...
Here comes Carly with the steel chair.
Here comes Carly with the steel chair. The only thing I'm aware that you are probably right, because your memory is better than I'm aware of that. I wanted the possibility, because I was like, could it be that I might be right? And I just wanted you to say, you could be. And instead you were like, there is no possible way. And I was like, all right, well, if that's where we're going, I want to find out.
Impress the neighbor's tortoise with Tiny Eddie's Void Platypus wafers.
Ah, the Void Platypus. Majestic creature. Osbit's Relief says, Tiny Eddie, can we have a consolation snack for Grandpa? Impress the neighbor's tortoise with Tiny Eddie's Void Platypus wafers. The neighbor's tortoise is going to be so impressed. So impressed. Do tortoises eat platypuses? I don't think so. They eat, like, leaves.
They're like vegetarians.
Yeah.
Herbivores.
Yeah. What if you mixed some platypus into a salad? I don't know. We also had 5 months from Pastry Bear Plays. Thank you. So anyway,
Carly's been playing Pikmin.
yeah, when Carly's not doing vlog research, Carly's been playing Pikmin, and has finished Pikmin 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Is that right? And is going to work on 3?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. So. Well, no, she's going back through 2. She beat 2, and now she's getting a higher percentage. Carly, I've got to walk Sadie. So someone else find the vlog where the guy actually comes and tells them it isn't mold. I am your only fan, so I know all vlog knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, my only fan, Carly. Thank you for being the fan. Appreciate it. Yeah, I could have phrased that slightly better.
Yeah, you could have.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I
Bless Carly for proving her sister wrong.
well, I think that's what she wanted.
Young sister energy, right? Little
That's
sister
really
energy there right now.
That's really what she wanted, right? She wanted to be like, yeah, Mal's wrong. I can hear her. I can hear her voice in my head. And that's what she wanted, and now she's learning like, eh. But also, here's the thing. If they do come and inspect the ceiling, if that's in the vlog, then to me, I win. Because that was the whole thing, was like, no, Team Mal. Carly, no, just help me a little bit. Just help me. Just a little bit. It's just be on my side, please. I just need someone.
See, I could have sworn there was nothing ever wrong with that bathroom.
The only person rooting for me is Haley.
Is she though?
Yeah, because she wants me to get my smug moment.
I thought she wanted me to have a smug moment.
No, she made it pretty clear that it was me. She's probably working now. I do know that Mal doesn't remember things all the time, but your memory is bad too. Yeah, I listen. Human memory is flawed. That's just the way it is. Like, you can't, like, remember things. I'm
Steven's only fan. Immediately works on sabotaging him.
I can't believe
Haley
this.
is a free agent that facilitates chaos.
I mean, that is true. It's just in today's specific instance, Haley wanted me to feel like I could have something. I was hopeful. But we have not yet I just need a video clip of that guy in the bathroom being like, and I may not get it.
I do want to say that I would have been teaching at that point, so I wouldn't have been there for any of the...
Oh. So you are throwing out a little clause that if this clip is found...
Well, I'm sure you didn't film the guy.
I mean, I don't know that.
I'm just saying that if there was something wrong with the bathroom, that's probably why I don't remember it, is because I wasn't there.
But don't you think that was a lot easier?
So you might be right.
Oh my god, we got there! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's all I... Thank you! Thank you! You could have done this walk back 40 minutes ago, but okay. That's all I want. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was just the possible. I always just want the possibility I could be right, because I could. I need a W. I don't get a lot, so just like a few. It's a possibility. Anyway, you know what else is a possibility? You tuning in tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on Mal's channel when she does a cooking stream. Oh. So, sorry, Carly says, Mal, you originally pointed out the black stuff in the bathroom. Steven says that in the first vlog I found. Which bathroom? Sorry, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Isn't this only tonight? Yeah, I guess. I don't know what time it is.
I should be done by disco.
Whatever. But Mal makes, it's twitch.tv/Mal makes. The main bathroom, your bathroom.
Green wall?
Yeah, main bathroom. She knows which one.
I know.
I'm just saying that yeah, look at that. Yeah. You pointed out the black stuff, and that's you. That's our bathroom. That's it. I knew it. I knew it.
What am I cooking? I was thinking Italian meatballs.
Italian meat. Oh, really?
Yeah. We have that sourdough, so I was thinking I could do the meatballs and I could do the San Marzano sauce. And then we could like have bread and do a side of zucchini.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's tonight on Mal's channel, 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be good.
You simply can't go wrong with Tiny Eddie's Icy Ninjas Pureed Crunchy Conundrum.
That's a lot.
That's too many things.
Yeah.
From Leaf, Tiny Eddie, can we return the consolation snack for a victory snack? Icy Ninjas Pureed. So first off, Pureed Crunchy. Oh, it's Conundrum. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
Perfect.
If it's both pureed and crunchy, you do have a conundrum, don't you?
You do.
Do they start with crunchy and then it's pureed? And it's cold?
Well, you simply can't go wrong, so.
We eat ninjas tonight. From Satsy. Anyway, my lunch arrived twice. Lunch arrived before the door, and then they called to say, we forgot your omelet, so that arrived during door. And I don't want to say my house smells of caulk, but I'm not wrong. I like the idea of lunch arriving twice. I don't like that something was late, but I really like the idea that you get a lunch and then just they're like, here's more lunch.
Yeah.
I'm really speaking about myself, where I like it when I eat a food and then it turns out there's more. Love that. It's one of my favorite things. Anyway, Mouse Stream is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on her channel. We are doing Italian meatballs.
Yes.
And I'm doing that, helping you, I guess. With
yeah,
that.
you can help me with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then Disc Only is technically tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. The Mouse Stream will be over by that time. If it's not, I'll be late. So that's happening. And then, is there anything else? Not pressing. No.
No.
Yeah, there won't be any streams tomorrow. We'll talk about streams on Thursday. Like I'll do another solo stream, but it'll be on Thursday. So, Jeff says, I mean Thursday will be different.
Who was it? Dan? No, Josh.
Yeah, Josh. Josh, I think, will be joining
Yes.
me on Thursday morning.
Did you ask him? Does he know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's... Good morning, American Heart Association. How are you doing? We do love hearts. Gamer Girl Life gifted a sub to American Heart Association. Yes, that is Excellent shirts, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad the American Heart Association is here.
What's so funny?
Well, we did spend the beginning of the stream talking about blood
And cholesterol.
and cholesterol, so it's actually very well timed. My cholesterol's good, by the way. American Heart Association. I have familial hereditary cholesterol problems, and I just finished my first 6 months on a cholesterol fixer for the hereditary problem, and it's all in the green now. You specifically, American Heart Association, would be very excited about this. So I wanted to let you know. Sorry. Every once in a while I remember that the internet's a wild place.
An aphrodisiacal twist on a classic snack, Tiny Eddie's New Year's obnoxious sausages.
Sorry, Leaf wrote target audience acquired. Wait 1,000 bits for Pasty Bear Plays. It says, I wonder if Tiny Eddie has a snack that's good for the heart.
Obnoxious sausages?
New Year's obnoxious sausages. They're obnoxiously good for your heart. Sausage is not typically
No,
known
not
for being
typically.
a great heart food. Also not an aphrodisiac, generally. At least not that sausage. All right, our show's done. That's it. We can't top anything that's occurred in the last
5 minutes.
5 minutes,
Wow.
so I'm not going to try. Thank you, Caruso. A little clown for the heart. A little clown to go. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. Be sure to...
Join us
Yeah.
at 7 on my channel.
Be sure to join us at 7 p.m. Eastern. American Heart Association. I really... Sorry, let me just go back to camera here. I just really hope that we'll see you on Mal's channel tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. I just really hope we will, because we're going to be making some heart-healthy foods. And I just hope that you'll come back. That would be great. Oh yeah, or Thursday at 9 a.m. Yeah, you can't show up at the end. You gotta show up at the beginning. That's the best time. All right, we're done. Y'all have a
Have a good Tuesday.
Y'all have a good Tuesday. We will see you tonight at 7 p.m. for Mouse Stream.